Hello everybody. My name is Gregory Titeca. I'm Creative Director of Happiness. We found Happiness 4 years ago, and this presentation are some ideas that we would like to share with you, happiness ideas, but also some ideas to how to structure a company when you start from scratch, and how to structure a company to try to archive success. So one of the first ideas, you see we are together here with Karren, is in fact the binôme, the creative management binôme that we call. Mostly we think creativity is always about making fancy work, making crazy things, but most important of all is to have the right balance. Nowadays in the advertising industry, more than ever, it's important to have the right balance. And in fact, the strategy has to be as strong as the creativity, and the creativity as strong as the strategy. And one is not working without the else. So at the agency, we work very, very close together. It's not like when you have some company, when you have the strategic planner somewhere in his desk, and the creative director somewhere in his desk, and they don't talk together, only to fight sometimes. So no, we really try to work together to cross from the briefing to the creation to the process, to have the right balance between creativity and strategy. I think this is one of the ideas that make great work, and to have very important, make the important difference in the work.
A second idea is we try absolutely not to define who we are. We try to define why we are there. I think that's very important as a communication agency, thus a communication brand. We have a responsibility in a world where communication is really getting more and more important in people's life. So we know why we are there, but we don't try to define who we are, unless we define ourselves as what we call UPMS. It's something that internally people at the agency know very well. It's a kind of philosophy, in fact, of being an undefined, perpetually mutating specimen. And even with Flemish and French-speaking people, they really know what it is, an undefined, perpetually mutating specimen. Why undefined? Because in this world, we heard it also in the other speeches, it's all the disciplines are kind of blur. We are not an advertising agency, we are not a direct marketing agency, we're not a promo agency, we're not an architecture agency, nor a design agency. Yet we do make ads, be it on TV, print. We do direct mails, we do brand activation. So who are we in fact? People try to put you in boxes, and we don't want to be put in boxes. We really want to stay that undefined, perpetually mutating specimen. Why perpetually mutating? Because a few years ago even, a big idea stood for a whole year or even 2 years. Today a big idea, tomorrow it's around the world, and after tomorrow you have to find another big idea to challenge that big idea. And in that sense, you have to be perpetually willing to be perpetually mutating. And why specimen? Yeah, because you should not take yourself too seriously if you're in this business, I think. Now, how do you organize those undefined, perpetually mutating specimen? Because, of course, in order to get some work done, you really have to be organized. Greg talked already about the creative management, which is really important in the whole process of creativity at the agency. But the second thing that we installed at the agency is we kind of skipped the team thinking. That means that there are no creative teams at the agency. We first of all brief together concept providers, that's what we call them, and they are individuals, they're not in team. So one per one, we just choose for which brief, which concept provider can do it, and he first of all is looking for that big idea, not thinking about any media at all, but what is the idea that can make the difference. And then only in the second stage, when that is approved by the client, it goes to specialists in whatever discipline we need to execute that idea. So that's a way of organizing the undefined, perpetually mutating specimen. Why do we want to be UPMS? Because we know, we say bye-bye to supertankers and hello to speedboats. We need to be a speedboat. That's why we need to be perpetually mutating to be able to be that speedboat. And it's got nothing to do with a number of people in your agency. It's all about the mentality. You can have an agency of 30 people that is a supertanker, and you can have an agency of 500 that is a speedboat. We're about 80 now with all the agencies included, but we want to be a speedboat even if we're 500, and that's why this mentality of perpetually mutating is so important. From digital specialists to digital virgins. Again, it's all about the idea, and we really believe that technology should not lead the idea, but ideas should lead technology. It's a very, very big difference. It's like you had to make a TV commercial. We made a TV commercial for Auris, Toyota, complicated TV commercial. We needed to find a production agency to do it. Now, we have the idea of IQ Font. We need to find the right people to do it, but we don't think technology up front. That's why we call the people, even if they understand what digital is about, of course, they have to stay every time again, when they start thinking about an idea, a virgin, and especially a digital virgin, to not get technology in their idea thinking. Here, a case
Toyota
of our
launches
digital
the new
virgins.
IQ.